Okay. Today we are going to talk about the article Interpretable to Whom, a role-based model for analyzing interpretable machine learning systems. So, introduction here. Oh, this is like the literature review. So Freitas analyzed 5 classification models and discussed the possible measures for the interpretability. These models are like decision tree and some other models. So Lipton provided a taxonomy for categorizing interpretability methods with different properties. For example, the properties can be categorized into transparency and post hoc interpretability. Like post hoc interpretability is more used in the computer vision or natural language processing. And Dash, Vallis, and Kim provided a taxonomy for evaluating model interpretability as well. Miller reviewed approaches to interpretability developed in philosophy and social science. Portobis and Dash performed experiments measuring different interpretability methods. And Duranda developed the first former and a quantifiable definition of interpretability. Okay. So in this article, they explored to whom a machine learning system might be interpretable. Different from other literatures, this article focuses to build machine learning systems for different agents in the machine learning ecosystem. This system is situated in a machine learning ecosystem. For machine learning system, it's a system has a different machine learning models and also the training data. For the machine learning ecosystem, it not only includes the machine learning system, but also the interacted agents. So there are 3 terminologies here. The first one is explainability. Explainability is the level to which a system can provide clarification for the cause of the decisions and outputs of the system. A second terminology is transparency. Transparency means the level to which a system performs information about its internal workings and or structure of the models and the data it has been trained with. The third terminology is interpretability, the level to which an agent gains and can make use of both the information embedded within explanations given by the system and the information provided by the system's transparency level. So these are 3 terminologies will be talked about in the whole manuscript. So they defined an ecosystem model. They created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different roles in the machine learning system. So they define the creators. The creator is the creator of the machine learning system who create the machine learning system. The operators are, they have interactions with the machine learning systems every day. So the operators provide the system with inputs and directly receive the system's outputs. Executors, they get the data or information from the operators, then they make the decisions for the machine learning system. So decision subjects are agents who will be infected by the decisions made by executors. And data subjects are whose data, personal data has been used to train the machine learning system. examiners will be the agents auditing or investigating the machine learning system. Clear? Okay. So in this manuscript, they provide several scenarios to analyze this. So the first scenario is the web advertising. So the web advertisers, the publishers, they have some sports for the advertisers to bid. So so advertisers have their own machine learning model based on the user data. They can make decisions how much to bid for this sport. Then the advisor who has the highest price will get the sport finally. So in this machine learning system, there are web publishers, advertisers, and users in this machine learning system. Okay, so who are the creators of this machine learning system? The creators are the advertising company and its employees, or any third-party development companies. The operators are the host website, who will deal with the input and output. And the executor will also be the host website, because the website will decide who will bid, who will get this spot for the advertisement. The decision subject will be the website user, because when the executors, a publisher decides which advertisement to put in this space, the website user will be influenced. They will see the specific advertisements. And the data subjects would be the internet denizen whose data has been obtained by the advertising companies. So examiners would be relevant advertising standards body stuff. So let's take a look at another machine learning system. This is very popular, or everybody maybe use it. It's a route planning on a smartphone. We use a Google Drive to search for the route from one place to another place. So in this machine learning system, they include the users and also include the app. So in this machine learning systems, the creators would be the navigation app company and its employees. The operator would be the app user. And the executor would be the app user as well, because he or she will decide which route she or he will take. And the decision subject will also be the app user, because he or she will be influenced by the decision. Data subjects would be any road users whose location data has been obtained and used by the navigation app company. So the examiners would be the data commissioner style authority staff. Okay. A third scenario here is a loan application. So when you guys to apply for the loan in a bank or in some company, the lender will use the machine learning system to decide, is it okay to give you loans, or how much loan and what's the interest he or she should give you for this loan. So in these machine learning systems, the agents involved are the users, like customers, and also the company staff. So for this machine learning system, the creators will be the lender or its employees or any third-party development companies. And the operator would be the lender's customer-facing employees who will deal with the deal with the administrative parts. And the executor would be the lender's high-ranking employees who will make the decision how much should them lend to you and what's the interest rate. The decision subject would be the loan applicant who will be influenced by the executor's decisions. So the data subjects would be prior loan applications, any agent whose data has been obtained by the lender before. They will use this data to train the model and to kind of help them to make the decision. The examiners will be the financial regulation authority staff. So scenario 4, medical advice for clinicians. There are some machine learning systems now for helping the doctors to make decisions or to help them to diagnose some disease. So in this machine learning system, the agents are the doctors, machine learning system, patients. So for this scenario, for this machine learning system, the creators would be the medical software company and its employees, and any collaborating medical professionals and researchers. The operator would be the medical professionals who will input the data of the patient and get the results from the machine learning system. The executor would be the patient and the medical professionals. Because either the patient could make the decision whether he accepts the diagnosis from the machine learning system, or some patients are still too young to make any decision, so their guardians will help them to make the decision. And also, the medical professionals will also help to make the decision what kind of medications or treatment they will receive. The decision subject will be the patient. So the patients will be influenced by the executor's decisions. And the data subjects would be other patients, researchers, and the study subjects. The examiners would be the professional medical staff. So for scenario 5, it's releasing defendants on bail. Some countries are using the machine learning systems to decide whether to release defendants on bail. In this case, the machine learning systems involves the defendant, judge. So in this case, the creators would be the legal software company and its employees. The operator would be the judge. The executor would be the judge as well. So judges based on the machine learning system to make the decision whether to release the defendants or at what price to release these defendants, to tell if it's dangerous to release these defendants. So the decision subject would be the defendant as well. So he will be influenced by the decision, by the executor's decision. The data subjects would be the previous defendants. They will train the model based on the performance of previous defendants. And examiners, in this case of an appeal, the original decision would be scrutinized by the defendant's lawyers in the future. Scenario 6 is a go, no-go order in a military operation. So consider this scenario involving a military operation to kill or capture a target. So a machine learning system will be employed to find and help recognize this target, and the order to engage will be informed based on the system's recognition. In this, machine learning systems include the target, frontline personnel, military analysts, a mission commander, and a tribunal jurors, and a machine learning system. in this machine learning system, this machine learning ecosystem. So the creators would be the employee of the various coalition partners militaries, employees of any military contractors involved to create this machine learning system. And the operator would be the military analysts. The executor would be the mission commander to make the decision. The decision subject would be the target or agent identified as the target. When the executor makes a decision, mission commander makes a decision, the target will be killed. Data subjects, other individuals of interest would be the data subjects. So the examiners would be the tribunal jurors. It will examine whether this action is correct or not. So this article also talks about what interpretability means for each agent. We have defined 6 agents, right? So they offer the interpretability meaning for each agent. For creators who create the machine learning system, explainability and transparency are both very important for improving creator interpretability. Because the goal of the creators, they wanted to create a good machine learning systems to make sure to reach their goal, maybe maximize their profit, like in the scenario 1, maybe other goals. So they would like to know whether the output is explainable, and also they focus on the transparency of the data as well. So for the operators, they deal with machine learning systems directly and in order to offer better data for the executors, explainability is very important for them as well. So they have to know why they want to make sure the data they input to the ask system is the right one for them to provide useful information to the executor. Transparency will be important if the operator requires some understanding to make good queries. So for executors who make the decisions for the machine learning systems, explainability is important for executor interpretability. For example, in scenario 2, a good decision might be to follow the shortest path, recommended route. So the executor should be very clear about why this is the shortest path. And in scenario 4, the best treatment option for a terminal patient will depend on the patient's preference around life extension and quality of life. So the executors should be very clear about why this model generates, what's the meaning of the model, the treatment generated by the model. And for the decision subjects, explainability is important for them, while transparency might be important in some scenarios. The data subjects, only transparency affects data subject interpretability. So they care about data subjects like users like us. So when Facebook will access our data, they will use our user data to do some analysis or to do put some advertisements for us to see. So some users are concerned about their privacy, and so they would like to know the transparency of the data, like where their data are used. For examiners, both explainability and transparency are important for the examiner interpretability. So this model, this is machine learning based, this agent-based machine learning system model helps the create owners to identify the interpretability needs of different agents, allowing for a more systematic analysis and better develop the system to reach their goals. So like it sets the rules there, so it's easier for the creators or owners of the machine learning systems to better design the machine learning system. In addition, based on these rules, regulatory bodies may use the model to aid in their auditing or forensic investigations of ecosystems. It helps them better to evaluate whether the ecosystem is ethical, legal, or regulatory. Yes. Okay. So that's all for the discussion. Do you guys have any questions? Oh.
Okay.
Yes.